beautiful Black people.
Hey!
I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. All I see is Tony Awards, Grammys, and just talented people just in front of me. Let me get right to it. First question is for Leslie. Leslie, recently you posted something on social media that it was a letter, and it started off saying, "Dear White American Theater, we see you." And I feel like essentially it's about having that tough conversation and kind of just laying it out on the wood, and just getting it out there and exposing what's been happening in your world in theater. I wonder, have you had the talk with some of your colleagues? Was it difficult, and have you been met with any resistance?
Oh yeah, I've had the talk, and the talk could actually be there. There's two important talks that are happening. There's the talk that we're having with our white brothers and sisters, and not brothers and sisters, our white colleagues and peers. And then there's the talk that we're having amongst each other that sometimes we have never spoken about trauma and what everybody's asking themselves right now. What I think, the most important questions. White supremacy is upheld by systems. And so it's like, am I actively upholding the system? Do I have hiring power? Am I actively upholding the system, or am I being used to actively uphold this system? And that's what that letter is about. It's really to, it was crafted to this industry that we love so much. And we're saying to them, are you being used? You have to, it's going to take work to dismantle this thing. You have to ask yourself every day, what am I doing to, I'll say this, don't wait. If you love and care for Black people, don't wait for us to get murdered by the police to care about our Black lives. Don't wait for me to get murdered by the cops. Care about my Black life right now. That's what we're talking about.
And have you been met with the understanding with your white colleagues and people on that note?
I have so far, but the work is just beginning.
Thank you. Well said. Now, this is questions for the ladies. Now, I'm such a huge fan of women in hip hop. I wonder for you guys, what female rappers did you pull inspiration from, and did you study for this role?
Oh gosh, I actually studied female rappers my whole life. So, it's one of those things you never know, when you're kind of feeding your soul with things, what you're preparing yourself for. I did not see this coming. The fact that Queen Latifah actually does this rap on the album, it's full circle for me. I love MC Lyte. I love, oh my gosh, Jasmine, one of our biggest dreams in the world almost came true. And that was, we almost had the opportunity to do a big tribute to Salt and Pepper together. Remember that, Jazz?
Mm-hmm. We were going to shoot. I think
on and the only reason why we couldn't do it is because we had a show at the same time.
And we already knew it. Renee and I were big fan. We already knew it.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
It's my go-to karaoke record.
Absolutely.
Get hot, make it work up.
That's when, come on, yeah, so there are what we love, it also mirrors Hamilton. I mean, this is a show about a group of men fighting for something, and what our hip hop queens represent is in this seemingly very male world, the power of women, right? And they're standing there saying, I'm here and I own this too. And so yeah, they were my model way before anybody asked me to play Angelica Schuyler.
I love that. Jasmine, anything you want to add to that?
I mean, for me, I didn't rap that much at all in this, but what I loved about My Number and Say No to This, it was a huge ode to an R&B ballad. And so, the fact that even Jill Scott saying Say No to This on the mixtape was I've seen Jill Scott 5 times. You know what I mean? I love Jill Scott so much. So it's just full circle, full circle for me. Even the fact that, she was able to do that on the mixtape, and that's who also influenced me as a, R&B singer.
Yeah. Now, where we are in the world today, I know a lot of people are I don't know about seeing the film that focused on the founding fathers that were essentially slave owners. What would you want to say to the people to get them to watch this film and why it's so important now and today to see it? Jasmine, I guess I'll start with you.
I think that it's about inspiring, and it's about seeing, you know, diversity on stage. It's about going out, getting people to vote to make a change. If you can't feel like you can't do it yourself, then go out and reach out to your friends and come together. I mean, there's layers to this show. And as Leslie said, it's the beginning of a conversation. Have it open the conversation, you know, and let's continue to talk about it.
Yeah, it's not the premiere on Disney Plus. We hope, you know, in the same way that I felt before the show opened off Broadway, was the beginning of a conversation. You know, it's the beginning of critique. You know, there can be an honest critique of the work. There's a lot of love and hard work that went into it, but you know, it can be looked at with new eyes and picked apart, you know, if somebody wanted to. Again, I hope it's the beginning of a conversation, and I don't, I leave it to other people to sell stuff, you know, but I think that the show is about them, but it is also so clearly about us.
Yeah.
And you feel that when you watch it, like, you know, it's about Thomas Jefferson, but it's about David. Yes. It's about Alexander Hamilton, but it's about Lynn, you know, and so that's worthy of your time.
This is a show about a group, this ragtag group of people that were the voices of a revolution, and they won. We won, right? We need to win this. We are in a revolution right now, and we need to win it. And you know, the risk that these people took is an example, and actually reflects the risks that people are taking right now. Not to mention, don't get it twisted. This is not a country that was made by others. This was a country that was made by our people too. Mm-hmm. And this is, and seeing people that look like you play it is the first step in acknowledging that. So, I mean, I think that's really hugely important. Don't write off your history because of the pictures that they put up and showed you to tell you. It's the same thing. Like, how do you deal with your spirituality because of the picture somebody showed you of Jesus? No, you claim that. You claim that, and you should claim this country. You should claim that too. So we would hope that the work that's been done in this show breaks down some of those barriers, and that people look with new eyes.
I love that. So profound. You guys really answered that so perfectly. Rock on. I mean, even Missy Elliott said that she feels like she's learned so much more about history in the past few months than she's learned her whole life. So I feel like this film is just going to piggyback off of that. You know, learn, do the research yourself, and be inspired for sure. Yes. Thank you guys.
Like your shirt. Thank you for your shirt.
Thank you. Say her name.